Welcome, everybody, to this will be the third Coach's Corner. You only got one, and there's only one posted. The other one was me by myself last week, and I am not very technically capable of pushing the button on the iPad. And I had a great interview with Coach Leonard last week. So we're live right now at Bellingham High School. It is the day before the varsity football game. We are in Granite Falls Friday night, and it will be live on the YouTube channel. So make sure you're there watching. Coming up next, right after this commercial message, is our third installment of the Coach's Corner. Coach Leonard's going to talk to you about what to expect. We're going to touch a little bit on what happened last Friday. Not a lot. It's one of those ones that you want to just put in the old toilet and flush it, but you got to talk a little bit about it and make it a learning experience, and we know that that's what happened with the Bayhawks. Last thing, as I've talked about subscribing, please share. Tell all of your family members. We go all over the world. We're on a YouTube channel, and we are there for you guys to watch us. We appreciate all of our sponsors that are in our high school program. Make sure that you keep that. There's a lucky number program there, and you have a chance to win prizes. We'll be back home next week, and that'll be a fun one. So stay tuned. Right after this commercial message, we'll have the third episode of the Coach's Corner.
Experience and trust has made Lewis Auto and Residential Glass the Northwest's leading choice since 1929. Whether it's on-the-spot rock chip repair or replacing your windshield, we have been trained and certified to strict national standards to ensure your safety. Our residential division offers the latest in vinyl windows, showers, mirrors, cut, and custom glass. Locally owned and operated since 1929, Lewis Auto and Residential Glass in Bellingham, Linden, and Mount Vernon.
Welcome back to your 2.5 Coach's Corner. This is our third week. Last week I pushed the wrong button. I came out and tried to interview Coach Leonard by myself, and it didn't work out real well. Coach, it's good to be with you again.
Hey, it's excited about tomorrow. The day before.
The day before. Let's just go back to last Friday just a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to dwell on it. And after we talk about it, it'll be all over. How's that?
You know what? I can work with that.
I think it was probably one of the best first halves of a high school football game that I've ever seen. I mean, you guys absolutely came out of the tunnel just fired and ready to go.
That's exactly what happened, Mike. It was probably the best half of football that this team and I have coached in probably the last 20 years, followed by one of the worst halves I've had in the last 20 years. To take a team who had 280 yards the week before in one half and hold them to 34 total yards, do everything right on special teams, offense, defense, shut them down, absolutely just own the line of scrimmage. It was the best half of football. I was telling my assistant, I don't care who lined up against that week. Squalicum, Seaholm, we would have been on top in that first half the way we played that. That was a phenomenal first half of football. And then we ran out of gas. We let the physical errors get into our head, and sometimes the train comes off the tracks. And that's what happened against that second half, which is unfortunate because even with all that happening, we still took the lead into the for the second week in a row. With just a little bit of luck, a little bit of balls bouncing our way, we're an easy 2-0 team. I'm proud of the way the guys competed and where we're at. I see nothing but big things as we move forward this week.
Very good. So that's it. We're not going to talk about last week anymore. No. All right, no more. Let's move on to this week. Granite Falls, pretty good team. You know, they are going to do a few things. Why don't you tell us a little bit about them?
So Granite Falls is a much improved team. They have a senior transfer from Lake Stevens, a quarterback who's very athletic and spin the ball really well, throws the ball all over the yard. They like to throw the ball. They were successful last week against Friday Harbor. I think we match up well with our athletes in the secondary, but I also think our offense and defense line is where we have the strength over Granite Falls. I think we're going to have an approach to come out and establish the run with our O-line, and I think we obviously have a quarterback right now who's second in the county in passing, so I think we can definitely do that as well, but we need to be more balanced against a team like this. I think I love the fact nothing better than going on the road Friday night into someone else's house and beating them in their house. So feeling good about it.
And it's kind of our very first Friday night lights for real. I mean, last week was a 5 o'clock start. Mm-hmm. We've played Saturday. Mm-hmm. We haven't had a chance to really play a Friday night. It's dark out. The lights are out. The fellas are fired up. You're on the road. You're wearing your away Whites.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All white.
All whites.
Yeah. So we're going to ask all you Bayhawk fans, we want you to wear your grays tomorrow, and we're going to go with the white and gray combos. So
I like it.
tell me a little bit about Josh. How's he feeling?
Josh is feeling very optimistic. He gets frustrated. He gets a little bit down because he's a competitor, just like every one of our guys out there. He it's his senior year. He wants the best for his team. He wants to compete. And as the quarterback, you put that on your shoulders, as he should. He's our leader, and he goes out there and he puts the outcome on his shoulders. But he is staying positive with it. He loves we had a great week of practice, great preparation, great walkthrough today. He's feeling really strong about tomorrow, and so am I. I feel like we're going to have a great game, and a great day, and hopefully a fun bus ride home.
Let's talk a little bit about what your strategy is going to be. What are you going to go after tomorrow?
Well, we know they like to throw the ball. We feel like we have it taken care of up front, but we have been preparing all week for their large passing attack. They like to throw the ball. They like to throw it around. We're going to get pressure on their quarterback. We're going to make their quarterback very uncomfortable back there so he can't sit in the pocket like he's playing sevens. All right, we want to make sure that he is not sitting getting on balance where he can just make throws. We know we have the guys to bring pressure up front. Offensively, like I said, we're going to come out. We're going to establish the run. We know we can throw the ball. We're averaging over 200 yards a game through the air, but we need to pick it back up on the ground. And I think with Holden Bates, Tyler Frost, Jordan Stone, who had his first touchdown last week as a sophomore.
Stone cold, baby.
Yeah,
he was
absolutely. We feel good about what we can do on the ground, and it will help take care of clock and time management, and I think it's going to help us win the ball game on Friday.
Good. All right, we're going to be right back after our commercial message, and then we're going to talk to Coach about a couple personal things that I've kind of wanted to know about, and we'll be right back.
Every day after work, all I want to do is go mountain biking.
Jacob, go home early.
You see, my boss agreed to let me leave work early.
Jacob!
So I can beat traffic and park before the lot is full.
Yeah, I didn't agree to that.
You see, 26 miles to the trails and back adds up. Thankfully, my boss agreed to that raise.
He can kiss that raise goodbye.
So I bought this Jeep 4xe. It's a plug-in hybrid with a 25-mile all-electric range. So when I head to the trails, I only drive 1 mile using the gas engine. And it might sound crazy.
That's crazy.
But theoretically, I can go biking for over a year on 1 tank of gas. When I need more range, the 19-gallon tank provides plenty. 1 tank will get me to Canada and back for my upcoming bike race. It's a 7-day race.
Well, that's not happening.
All right, welcome back. This is the Coach's Corner. This is our third episode. We're here with Adam Leonard, the head varsity football coach of your Bellingham Bayhawks. Coach, tell me one of the funnest things you used to do in Vegas as a kid. Most of us are just tourists, right? I mean, what do you do?
So when you're from Las Vegas, it's people ask me that question all the time. It's like no other town. It's like I lived in the suburbs of Las Vegas. It's like any other suburb. There's the fact that there's the entertainment capital of the world right down the street. And when you grow up there, you're under 21, so a lot of times you're getting shooed out of the casinos. My uncles used to work in the casinos. My mom, when she used to work in the count room at night after she put us to bed over at the Golden Nugget. So she for odd jobs. But when you're a kid there, you kind of just you walk around like you're a big time tourist, and until someone realizes you're under 21, then they kick you out of the casino, or they kick in. And they like in the late 80s, early 90s, they started making more family oriented places or arcade games and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I've been kicked out of my share of casinos in my time hanging out with my friends on the Strip.
Yeah, very good. Tell me a little bit about your 9-10-year-old football team. I mean, you've got a team playing right now that's a juggernaut.
They're just a special group of kids. They were all the 9-year-old level last year, and they were the number 2 seed going in the playoffs. There's a bunch of kids that were a year younger, and now they're all back. Lost a couple studs to the older group, but we return almost everybody. We are just we're a tough team. We last week we went against Oak Harbor. Oak Harbor is probably considered the second best team, and we put 40 on them to a 40-6 win, and we dominated in all facets of the game. So this team loves to play defense. They love to hit. And man, we love to spread it around too at the 9-10-year-old level. If you want to come watch a fun youth football game, watch the 9 and 10-year-olds play, because they're the greatest show on turf out there.
And they play live Saturday at Civic Field, 10 o'clock. Everybody come on out, cheer on Coach Leonard's 9 and 10-year-old guys. All right, last question. Are you more of a passing coach than you are a running coach?
I would have to say that I'm more of a passing coach historically, but with the running backs that we have and the run game and the physicality of our offensive line, we need to be balanced. And I hate to say this, that doesn't look like it last week, but I need to be more balanced as a coach because I am a pass happy, whether I'm coaching the 10U team or whether I'm coaching varsity football. I love to throw the ball around. I have a quarterback that can do it. I have receivers that can do it, and I have linemen that can protect. But we do have some we have a second team preseason all-conference running back in Tyler Frost. Holden Bates is one of the fastest kids in the conference right now. We really like what he does, and we want to make sure that we are balanced so it opens up things for Josh a little bit more. More balanced attack, and the less pressure on him, the easier throws he can make.
Right. And Tyler's real close to breaking some records, setting some new school records, kind of getting in the upper echelon of some of the guys that were pretty good here at Bellingham High School.
Well, you know about that too, Mike. You played here a long time ago, so you know some of the guys he's catching. In fact, I just heard that Josh had a record in his second game, 37 pass attempts in a game without an interception. So that's like a 40-year-old record.
That's a long time ago.
I keep forgetting we're the oldest high school in the city. So obviously there's some cool things coming up for him and for Tyler, and both on the offense and defense ends for Tyler. He's only a junior, so
he's got another year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good. Hey, we want to thank Coach Leonard. Good luck tomorrow, buddy, and we really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Mike.
You're the guy.
All right, go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Hey, we're going to come right back. We really appreciate all of our sponsors: Lewis Auto Glass, Reardon's Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram of Marysville and of Bellingham. Make sure you go over there, check those guys out. Really like to thank those people that have come out and bought vehicles from Reardon's. Been great listening to us, and it's great that you give us an attaboy when you walk into the dealership and buy a car, letting them know that you saw it right here on Uncle Mike's and Brock's show. Make sure that you subscribe. We need subscribers this week. We need you to push the subscribe button. We've got some JV games coming up here in the next couple weeks. We're going to have to really kind of work hard to make it work. Handhelds, that kind of stuff. So we want you to subscribe. Also, give us your comments. We'd love to be able to talk about you, talk with you, wherever you're at throughout the country watching us. We appreciate it. Thanks so much for being a part of another MMB broadcasting production. We'll be right back.
I'm Julio Rodriguez, and I'm from the Dominican Republic. Making it to the big leagues has been so exciting. I love playing baseball in my new home. And in the new city, it's great to find people that you can trust, that treat you right, and that's what I found with the people at Reardon Auto Group. They spoke my language and they treated me like a star even before my first hit in the show.